I've done it for the record.
Nice.
Good
evening, Andy.
Good evening.
How are we doing?
I'm alright, how are you?
Yeah, not bad.
I've just taught a class, a bit croaky, a bit sexy voice.
You've taught a class?
Yeah, I've taught a class, so I'm a bit croaky, a bit ready
Class
to
did you teach?
circuitry.
Good.
Yeah, I was. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. How's your week been?
Steady away. To be fair, I've not been up to a great deal. To be fair, I went to watch the play football on Saturday.
You always say this, I've not been up to much, then reel off 50 things that you've done that are right exciting.
I went out on Friday night. Absolutely steaming.
Did you?
Yeah. I'd made the old faux pas of not eating all day and got absolutely steaming.
That's not like you.
Yeah, I know. Meant to be at work, was busy, and got last minute when I get to the destination. Got there and just got on it and just didn't think about eating, which is really weird for me that I didn't think about food once.
It is weird for you, because I've been out with you, midway through night, you'll just come across with 4 bags of crisps.
That's all I want to do is eat normally. I don't know. Didn't do one interested whatsoever in eating food.
Did you make your mum stop at my home? Your mum picked you up, didn't she? Did you make her stop for some food?
So no, I could be sick.
Did you?
I didn't get any food on my own. I was sick on my own.
Of course you were.
I went straight to bed. Oh, that's brilliant. That's so fun.
Is it you in bed?
No, that's not brilliant. I fell over. My mum picked me up and I walked out of the pub and walked towards the train station. And I stood on this like grass verge and she said, "Oh, I'm such and such." I was like, "That's the end of town." So I sort of spun on my heel, you know, to turn around. But one leg went one way, the middle leg went the other way, and I just like, you know, like dramatically just fell to the floor.
Like a drunk giraffe.
Oh yeah, hit the floor, and then I was like Bambi trying to get up, and I was like slipping and sliding with phone. She picked me up, I was covered in mud. My phone was absolutely black. I was like, oh man. I was on photos, I was like, I'm just falling over. Like it's a fall, yeah, I know.
So this was on Friday, but my Mother's Day was Sunday.
Yeah.
Did you make it up to her?
I took her out for a breakfast on Sunday.
Good.
So yeah, I think she enjoyed that. It was nice. We had all you can eat breakfast. It was good.
With a bucket full of apologies.
Yeah, I did say sorry. I did thank her as well for picking me up. So
yeah, that's good then. Oh, this is going to be disgusting. Oh.
I'm back.
Where have you just put that?
Oh.
You're a...
Come on, how's your week been?
Pretty rubbish. My week been. I've been an arse all week. I know. I don't know why I've been an arse. Been an arse all week.
I've got a bit of a cold as well, by the way. Just for the coughing and
just been a bit grumpy all week. I've got something I want to ask you. This is so. This is where we kind of switch a bit serious now, because I want to know what your opinion is on this. I maybe should have asked you this beforehand. We could have kind of chatted this through. So, Friday at school, Andie's year had the sexy talk.
Oh no!
Not the.
What goes in where?
Yeah, that bit. Yeah.
Is that bit?
Yeah.
No, they're too young for that.
But this is my point.
Oh, they're too young for that.
This is my point, right? So.
I'm all for. You have one of them. You have one of them.
Yeah.
Yours bleeds once a month. Yours dribbles every now and then.
Well, that was part of the conversation. So Andie knows that I get really awkward around stuff like this, which just makes her tell me more stuff, which I don't want to know. I do want to know, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But I just think that she's 10. Can't she just be a child forever?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I get that they need to know this stuff, but oh man, it just. I mean. Why do they not talk like about relationships? I can hear that. Turn it down, lad.
Just turn it down before it goes.
Is that because I'm not connected? That's not down before it goes. It's all right now. Can't hear it now.
Okay, next to that.
I can't. Technical issues.
Next to that.
Was it? Why? It's going to be back play here, isn't it? You're rubbish. You answer.
It's down.
Is it because my earphones aren't connected? Is that what it is? Just a bit. Just a technical issue.
It's you then. I got played. It's you. Can you hear it now? No, I'm good to go. G2. It's good.
Is it still?
Oh, it's still there. It's still wrong, right?
Maybe it's not. Technical problems. We'll get through it. If you can see it, if you can hear an echo in the background, it's your fault. Your phone isn't switched on mute.
Why touching my gear?
So Yeah. So why can't we just talk about like relationships and stuff?
Yeah, like I had.
Yeah.
Completely agree.
I wonder if there's a way of just pausing.
So hopefully now we can hear me.
Yeah.
That's the wrong way around. It's
Wrong
your
way.
fault.
My fault. Sorry. It's because I'm in an ass. Technical problems, but we saw.
We're back. Anyway, right. So this week, your daughter's had.
Yeah,
The
they've
talk.
had the talk. So they've talked about erections.
Right. Okay.
So I knew she told me that she was going to have this talk, and I saw her on Friday, and
So, right, Daddy, you get erected.
I don't think she had. She just said boys do, and when she said, she kind of went, yeah, boys will do this, and I was like, I don't really want to know anymore. And then, then she'd said, was it next day, something like that? She'd said that boys have like dreams in the night and sometimes wake up a bit wet.
Wet bed.
And I'm like, is that too far? Is it too far?
Well, to be fair, it's too far for telling their age because I've been funny. That doesn't happen until you get to high school.
I think the thing is, you need to know that your body's going through changes, don't you?
That's hormonal. So for me, it's talking about you go through hormonal changes. You probably can't understand why you're having mood swings or why you're emotionally highly strong. It's your body going through hormone changes. They don't need to know about
preparing them for the next stage. So like the voice changing and things like that. And but they're getting really
Gilly Wad. Look at you like a little kid.
Honestly, stuff like that.
But so did they talk about?
You see, that's as much as I know. I don't want to know any further. Because
so far, I'm not overly like. I get that.
But like I say, I think is it not like about how you should treat each other now? You know, like relationships, so with respect and stuff like that. Not, I don't know. I live in this fantasy world, I think, where I just want them to just be children forever.
Yes.
And just go, you're only 10, you're still at primary school. Worry about that stuff in a bit.
Yeah. And I do think as well, the more you know, the more it can be bad for you. Like if you're naive, or naive's probably the wrong word, but if you're blinkered or blind to this sort of thing, you don't know a lot about it. So it might be till you get to like 14, 15 that you start thinking, oh, hang on, that's how that works. Then you think, oh, maybe it's time to like experiment. I think I'll be adventurous or whatever. Whereas if they've been told this information now, isn't that like encouraging this sort of thing?
Well, they've all got Google at the fingertips, haven't they?
Yeah, I suppose that's probably why this is not a bit earlier because, I mean, some of the things you probably find on the internet can be probably graphic.
Possibly so. I keep swaying from side to side and thinking, is it right? Not that it's not.
And I think we live in a world now where, when we was younger, the chance of us coming across a naked lady was probably slim. Whereas now, with the digital age, I bet you any money, like an older sibling will probably send something to a younger sibling, then that's it.
I mean, I could pretty much guarantee I could go on Google now and find a naked lady.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So,
in fact, I'll show you.
I reckon
I've got a shortcut.
There's probably more. So it's probably more important now that they actually understand the boundaries of what's right and wrong and expectations. Because I think we live in a world now where people's expectations are absolutely crackers.
Yeah. So my problem being is that I just get right awkward with this stuff. Well, I shouldn't do. But if they came to me and said, "Do you want to talk about this?" I would genuinely do it. But
I'd be like, "Thank you, Mom, not my place."
So. Yeah, straight. That's me why I'm an ass.
Well, not this Friday.
Oh, yeah, I've been an ass all week.
This way, yeah, so I'll explain the rest of the week then.
I don't know. I'll figure it out. Should we talk about our topic today?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
So this is 100% guaranteed pub chat now, isn't it?
Big time.
This topic is completely the other end of the scale from what we've just been talking about. Let's talk about if a toy company was to make you into an action figure, what would your two, you call them weapons? Accessories. What's your two accessories going to be?
So my first one, do I get to have this in the real world practicality? It was just a toy.
I don't know. Explain yourself.
So
we'll figure it out.
I want to be a Transformer. So I would transform. So I'm me, and then as an action man, like sort of thing.
Transform
and
into a
then
human.
well, straight into like a car or something. Probably a helicopter though.
Straight into a car. But I'll probably be a helicopter.
Yeah, no, that's
That's a rubbish car.
Yeah, I can fly, a flying car. I think that's why I got action figure into. So I'd be a transformer.
So you'd be a transformer. So that's your accessory. So what would your second accessory be?
So my second accessory would be a machine gun, like weaponized.
So why?
Because it's boys' toys, mate. It's all about the fun. Because any toy I had as a kid, if it didn't have some sort of destruction to it or some sort of action theme to it, I won't play with it.
Why are you laughing at that? Why are you laughing at that?
Because I'm a big kid. No batteries included in mine as well.
No BT. No BT.
I used to hate toys with batteries. Do you know what my biggest thing was when I was a kid? You used to get a toy and it's pretty good this. No batteries. It's Christmas Day, there's not a battery in the house. I'm knocking batteries out of remotes and stuff.
Have I told you the story about complete sidebar, but I told you the story about my mum and the batteries?
No? I don't want to know.
So we went round to my mum's one day and she had this toy of Finley's, my nephew's, and it was one of them, you know, it's got a base and it blows like butterflies up into the air and you've got a net and you've got to catch it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what? Mm-hmm. And so she said, it's not working. I've put batteries in, it's not working. Right, bring it over here. So we unscrewed the bottom and there was, you know, the big fat round batteries. They're D batteries. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
the
big fattest ones.
Yeah. Batteries, wherever you put them in, have a hole that the battery just fits in. Pretty much perfect, doesn't it? In anything.
Yeah.
My mum would put like these AA batteries in.
Inside that.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, go on. Sorry. Sorry.
That's absolutely gross.
Go on. Sorry.
So she put these AA batteries in and thought you could just kind of balance them in there. She's like, why are they working? Genuinely. Well, it's because it's the wrong batteries, Mum. Anyway, it's a complete sidebar.
That explains a lot about you.
Yeah, probably. So I've kind of gone down a different route.
Okay, shock.
So because I've got multiple personalities, I've got options for you. So my first one is a handlebar moustache and a ticket to ride. If you've got a handlebar moustache, that is pretty much a ticket to ride anyway.
Yeah, what's ticket to ride?
You know.
Okay. So what's for you? You're like a bedroom toy here.
3 kids and a mortgage. 2 accessories there in there.
Yeah.
Kids and a mortgage. A Ferrari and a Need for Speed. Depending on how I'm feeling. I've wrote these out, right? And I'm thinking, it'll probably during today, I've gone through all these different personalities. I could be fast and furious. I could be a bit handlebar moustache. An abuse pass and an ability not to care. So like just abuse people for fun and don't care about it. Yeah. That'd be quite good. Then I've kind of gone on the basis that if somebody's kind of checking if I'm insane or sane or not, an American football helmet filled with ice cream and then a gallon of yellow only Skittles, but actually having the S licked off them.
I don't know what you're talking about here. What are you on about?
So if, you know, like if, say you was in a hostage situation, you taking somebody hostage,
yeah,
and say, what are your demands? You got a helicopter and a fast car and $1 million. Well, I'd actually ask for an American football filled with ice cream and then a bucket full of yellow Skittles with the S all licked off them. So then when it goes to prison or when it goes to court, you can just plead insanity and go, well, that's why. Cause,
that's okay. Yeah.
See where I've gone with that one?
Yeah.
Again, it's another one of them voices in my mind. A phone and alcohol. That'd be a good combo, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
If I was an action toy, a phone and alcohol. I always just come with disappointment, so that's just one thing. Again, on the little bit of an insanity route, a beaver with a second beaver on its back.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, these are dogs. So what are you talking about?
just because I can.
Okay.
If I've got an action toy, I want it to come with a beaver, with a second beaver.
A beaver or a beaver?
A beaver and a beaver.
A beaver.
2 beavers. A beaver on another beaver's back.
A beaver that's knocking a dam down, or a beaver that's
Not Justin.
beaver.
Or what about?
You can talk. I'll drink my coffee.
You have another sneeze. What about an inferiority complex and a superiority complex at the same time? So,
What sort of toy is this?
So you could have like a toy. This would be like an extreme Build-A-Bear, wouldn't it? You could have like a complex where I'm not good enough, nothing's ever good enough, and then the other side is I'm brilliant at everything.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be and then I kind of just narrowed it down.
Go on.
To my final one. I'd have a bullshit detector.
Oh yeah, bullshit man.
Yeah, a bullshit detector and a cattle prod.
So a kid's buying you as a toy.
Yeah.
And all they do is someone's talking shit and they go, "Lems out." Bullshit.
Yeah. If you're talking shit, this toy, as part of its accessory, can gauge if you're talking.
So what sort of toy? What are you looking at? Are you looking like an action figure, or are we talking like a pin badge, or what?
Or definite action figure.
Yeah.
Smooth all the way.
See, my action figure would be hairy all the way.
Would it?
Yeah.
Like.
So
So Action Man had like plastic hair, didn't it?
Yeah.
Did you have like real hair?
Yeah, well, I remember once, I don't know which Action Man it was, but one of them had like a rough, rugged chest. It was like a bit of carpet on his chest. It was like do you know, like velvet?
Yeah.
It was like that. Yeah. And his hair was the same. It was like a piece of velvet. I'd be like that, but really hairy.
Everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I won't be smooth.
BS&C.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah. A lot.
Nice.
I'd even go all out and give myself long hair down to my shoulder.
Would you? Just see what you look like.
Yeah. Oh, that's not like long hair. Oh, what a treat.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Would you shave your chest hair into anything in particular?
A T.
A T?
Yeah.
Wow.
Just like his head.
For chest?
Yep. Yeah. I was thinking more that the bottom could point down like an arrow type thing. So like
Sliding.
yeah.
Just pointing down.
Yeah.
You're going to shave him, yeah. I mean, if this is not pub chat, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
Have you got a question prepared from this week's listener?
I do have a question.
Let's go straight on to that then, because I don't know where we're going with this.
No. So this week's question comes from Steve, and Steve would like to know that how did we overcome the potty training years? Not us physically.
I was going to say,
So,
I'm all right now.
So Steve's new dad, and he wants to know what's the best way or ways that we combat potty training for the advice.
I mean, it's quite a while ago since I did mine.
Yeah.
I don't mean me. I think it was more rewards.
Sticker charts and stuff.
And what's the other thing?
Rubbing the nose in it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dogs.
What was the thing? The other thing was rewards and persistence.
Yeah.
A lot of time you have to kind of go, right, we're not going out today because we need to kind of get
cracked on.
I think it's a little bit like riding a bike. I think once you get going, you're all right. There'll always be a fall.
Yeah.
But I think generally, and you just got to keep going. Do you need a wait? Do you need a wait?
For me, the biggest thing I will advise, Steve, is don't get frustrated. Because, like you said, they can take 3 steps forwards, then take a massive step backwards, and the frustrations you go, I don't understand why you've done that, because you get it. You shouldn't be doing it. Even if you're talking like a year or two down the line, they can have a relapse, and getting it. Yeah. I think sometimes you put too much pressure if they have a relapse. That they can become like a psychological thing.
Yeah, because I think as well, if they can kind of feel that something's moving, like for a number 2, and you quick, and drag them off to the potty, I think that just scares it back inside. So they can sit there for ages. I remember.
I don't think I've ever sat.
I think I've got a picture of Andie sat on the potty with her iPad, just like on a knee,
just making it out.
Sit there till it's come.
When he's been on, he's trying to iPad. Yeah. Or come at some point.
I think consistency as well. Don't get lazy with it. So if you get to a point where they've got undies or knickers on,
don't jump back.
Don't go back and go. Or if they need toilet and you can't be bothered, don't go just pee in your nappy then. Do you know what I mean? If they've got pull-ups on or all like that, don't risk that.
Yeah.
You're only making it harder for yourself.
No, I agree. It was a nightmare though, potty training that I found.
Do you know what? It was something that I remember wanting to kind of get through pretty sharpish because it's so expensive nappies, isn't it?
Oh yeah, big time.
And like even when you go out somewhere, you've got 57 bags to carry.
Yeah. There's shit everywhere.
Oh yeah, nappies are like as well as they're designed. There's always a leakage in.
Yeah,
You've not quite tucked it in a little bit.
Did you ever contemplate doing reusable nappies? Like, you know, like
No, I
a
don't
thing
think so.
they can wash them and stuff like that. Yeah, not for me.
Not for me. I couldn't. With what I can see coming in a disposable, why would you want to put that shit in your washing machine?
Yeah, no, I'm not. It's not for me, but I know people do it.
Yeah, do.
Do it. But yeah, for me, the advice is don't put too much expectations on because every kid is different. Both my kids are different.
Yeah,
I mean, one's a girl, one's a boy.
that's a big difference to that.
So one of them has to worry about a tail. The other one has to make sure the tail fits him down because he's up with the chin and everything.
Yeah, see, that's something I've never had to deal with.
And I think boys were easier to clean for number 2 than girls.
Was there?
Yeah. Well, boys, like, off you go. Girls, he's like,
Yeah, okay.
there you go. Gets everywhere.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So what we want good. It's like I say with boys, give it a wipe down, off you go.
Did you ever do the old trick where you kind of just let them run about with like no pants on? And then suddenly you see dripping down
turned on floor. It guided me to like obviously things out, but not in thingy out. I'm not saying I'm house proud, but I'd die a little bit if there was shit on floor. Like, oh, I've got to do that now. Oh no, me. No, but I'd step in it and move my toes. I'm like, ah,
It's hard for you to spew everywhere.
yeah, but no poo.
No poo.
As long as it's my mess, I'm not bothered.
Yeah. Oh, the joys.
But yeah.
Yeah, so Steve, consistency and
Patience.
And
don't worry about it if there's a relapse.
Yeah, and like you say, every child's different. So if you've got one child who did it
Yeah.
really easily, don't be worried that your other one hasn't.
No.
Same
Yeah.
as walking and talking that though as well, isn't it?
Yeah. It's because there's generic milestones for everything with the child. So if your kid's there early, everyone's like a big time bragger, like, oh yeah, mine was walking at 6 months. Well, what do you fucking do?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Fantastic. Good on you. But then they've missed out on so much like adventuring. Like, do you know, if a child walks quicker than they normally do, obviously they're off, but they're missing out on that adventure of being like nosing, do you know, be down at the bottom, getting in things and climbing on things and maybe being a bit of a climber. Whereas if you're walking, you don't tend to then be climbing on things. Kids climb more because they're crawling and want to be upright.
Yeah, some kids don't crawl though, do they? Some people just go straight from like just laying about and rolling around to I'm stood up. Like,
Do they?
Yeah, I've seen it.
I've seen it with your eyes.
Many a time. Like just climbing up on furniture and stuff. As soon as they're stood, that's it.
Yeah. Mine were both run of the mill, generic, as in like going from like, you know, rocking and rolling, then there was crawling, then there was walking. There were no head of or whatever. So.
I think when they get crawling, it's not that far away, I don't think.
No.
To walking. Can they get there pretty sharpish?
Yeah.
Nice. Let's wrap it up then. Let's wrap it up. Let's do it again next week.
See you next
Should we do
Thursday.
it next week?
I don't know.
We'll see. I'm sure we'll be back next week with something.
Probably.
Do you want to have another sneeze?
No, I'll make sure I bring some sort of I don't know,
facial
maybe,
cover.
Yeah, maybe mask.
Substitute.
Put a mask on.
Some sort of
Oh,
substitute.
I'd take it sort of before we disappear. I'm not saying COVID's no longer a thing, and I don't want to get on some sort of soapbox. But COVID has been very relaxed, hasn't it, if that makes sense. So I'm living in a world where, you know, I don't have to wear a mask. I'm going on with what I'm doing, if that makes sense. Took Eve to hospital, and I walked through the door, and I'm not joking, I walked through the door to the reception area, and this woman shouted at me, "You've got to put a mask on to be in here. Why are you in here without a mask on?" I was like, my daughter's hurt herself. I just want to see if you guys want to check her out. She was proper shouting at me. I'm like, I ain't got a mask. And she was like, well, there's one there in front of you, put it on. And I was like, I've just walked in. I didn't know, do you know what I mean? So I put this mask on, if that makes sense. And I'm sat there and thinking, and at one point it like slipped down my nose. I was like, oh, just put that back up there. But I was like, what is going on?
It's the only way to get through that.
But
Just cry.
I was like, I completely get why in a hospital you sort of do need that. There's more vulnerable people, all that sort of thing. I'm not belittling it. But do you know when you go from one thing to another, it's like I walked into like a whole different world. And I was like, she came at me and I'm like, I've just walked through the door. She'd have said, oh, by the way, you need to put a mask on. You okay putting a mask on? And I go, yeah, no problems. I've not got one. How do I get one? They're on the desk there. Fantastic. On it goes.
I mean, why do people have to be so mean and rude?
I don't know. Honestly, I was proper blindsided. And then because, I genuinely think as well, because, I mean, I won't rude or anything like that, but because I've maybe annoyed this woman or whatever, because I didn't have a mask on, there was people coming in after us, getting served before us, getting served. Like it's thinking.
Because you would annoy her.
I'm not saying annoyed, and I'll put my hands up, I was not rude. I was pretty much stunned and went, yeah, where do I get one from?
Do you know what the thing is as well? There's no doubt been a sign on the door, but I can guarantee, certainly our doctors, there's about 700 signs.
Yeah, there probably was a sign saying you need to wear a mask in here, but obviously I was more about getting Ava into the hospital to get a scene to get her sorted. But
she got COVID.
No.
She has now.
What did we go for?
Broken leg.
Oh, she got whacked in eye, and she said to school, it's all blurry. I was like, oh, God. Gets there, so doctor looks at it, and how is it now? Yeah, it's fine. I was just sat here for 2.5 hours, and you're fine now. Is there any blurriness? Is there any blurriness? Yeah, not really. So they had a look at her eye. Yeah, you're fine, you can go home. Fantastic. One afternoon I had.
Oh, but that's what parents do, though, isn't it?
I said to Ava, I said, look, I've no problem in taking you. If you're genuinely hurting your thing, I've not got a problem taking you. But I knew damn well there was nothing wrong with her. Do you know, that's thinking. I was thinking,
it's one of them, though, as well, isn't it? That you go, if I don't take her.
It's so much wrong, yeah. Eyes like a night morning.
Dad, you just have told you, Dad.
I've been crying all night, that was pain. So, yeah, I had a right adventure at hospital this week. So,
brilliant.
Bloody
parenting.
Yeah, it's a right laugh.
Right, I'll see you next Thursday.
See you next Thursday, matey.
Keep yourself smiling.
Stay safe.